Today we're going to customize this Hot Wheels 32 Ford. We're going to put a new paint job on it. I got a new motor to put in it, so we're going to cut that motor out. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I believe on the scoop there, the blower, that has got the post right there. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to attach that front once we get the motor chopped out of there. See how we can put everything back together so that it's nice and tight. We're going to have some wheel change on it. Like I said, we're going to paint. In standard practice, we're going to get these posts drilled out here so we can do a little disassembly. Okay, we got our pieces all taken apart here. Obviously everything's new, so I don't have to worry about cleaning interior. It's a plastic base. It'll be easy wheel swap out of there. Don't know if I'm going to do any detail on that. I'm not big on plastic bases, but it is what it is. And I'm definitely not big on chrome interior. It's ridiculous. We got to cut that motor off. We got to figure out where we're going to cut that in relation to where the firewall is here. We got to cut this, and as I had mentioned before, this has got the post for the front, and it went right down through the center of that engine. So we're going to figure out when the new one goes in how we're going to reattach that front. And what I'm probably going to do is paint that interior. Depending on what I paint or what color I paint the body, I'll decide on what color. It may just be a flat black. Keep it simple. Got to decide on what color we're going to paint this, but first we need to get her stripped and get her cleaned up. Okay, let's get this body dunked in some aircraft stripper here. This should make pretty quick work of this new paint. Then again, it may not. Yep, it's coming off pretty good. Now I wish I had I don't have a jeweler's saw. I was just thinking, how am I going to get this cut off? They got a pretty good chunk of metal right up in there, going right into that firewall there. So I got a Dremel and I got cut off wheels, so I believe I got large enough diameter that I don't have to worry about hitting anything and getting a bad cut on there. Okay, I got her all cleaned up and it came out really nice. I think that this could be a candidate for a Spectra Flame. as good as it did come out, even though they have to do a little bit more sanding and obviously a polish, but it wouldn't take much to do it. But we're not going to do that. I picked out my color, and we're going to go with a Createx in a Wicked colors. And this one's going to be the Pearl Red. Okay, we got it all cleaned up. We got that file down, sanded down, got it ready for some paint. Fit this together here. It's kind of a pre-fit just to see what we're looking at. Not a whole lot of room in there. We'll work with it. So I think we're ready for paint. Okay, now I've already mixed up my paint mixture here of my 4030, my 4012, and the Wicked color Pearl Red. I'm going to do a Stynylrez base primer on there. I'm going to do it in white. I want to see if this red will really, kind of pop off of a white primer. So I went ahead and got this all done so that it'll sit while I'm priming. So let's get the primer going. Okay, I got the red on, and I put a clear coat. Did minor detailing, put door handles on there, trunk latch there. He came out pretty good. I might hit it with another one and then do some buff and polish on it. But it looks pretty good. I think it came out okay. So the next thing that we're going to tackle here is this base and getting that motor off of there. We're going to need to figure out where we need to cut for that grill to keep that, and then try to fit the new motor, which, give me a second here because these things are tiny. I got these motors from Bluemeanie. Let me try and get up in there. Bluemeanietsicustoms.com. And there's a lot of detail on there for as small as that is. I got that, and then there's supercharger. And got some headers that go on it. If it'll focus. There we go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, on the base on the front side here, I went ahead and ground down off camera those little tabs there that the old wheel axles would have ran through, and I'm opening up this channel here. I believe what I'm going to do is put the tube in there, let's see, the 1/16. There we go. I'm going to tube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there, and I'll use probably some monoblocks. I don't know. I've got some green light that I might use. I'm not sure. Depends on how well this all kind of plays out as I'm going here. But I'm going to open this up so I can get the tube in there, and then I'll just glue the tube down in and set it. Then I may just use the two the two pin to slide in the tube each way instead of a full axle all the way across. But it just depends on how well I can get that in there, and what wheel and tire setup that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do that on this front, and then I'm going to do that on the back. I got to get those tabs out of there. So when I get that done, we'll try and put the axles in, get some tires set up for this, put it in there, and kind of dry fit it. Okay, I got the wheels in, got the tubes, the axles in. It's going to be low. Okay, I drilled little holes in the engine components so that I could put toothpicks in there, because I'm going to quicksilver these components, and then I might detail them a little bit. They're so tiny. Okay, I did a little detail on the engine. Got her assembled. Did some chroming on there. See if I can keep it in focus up this close here. So small, I gotta get it up real close. So yeah, I did some detail on that and did a little bit of minor assembly off camera there. I'll just give you a quick shot of that. I don't want to spoil too much of the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the engine in. We're going to get the body on. I might do a little bit more detail, some bumper detail and things like that. I got an engine mount put on in there because the engine was sitting way low and it was interfering with a lot of things. So got that in there. Gonna have to do some bumper detail, things like that, just minor stuff. Okay, so this is kind of a minor reveal here, but that was a son of a bitch to get that in there. It was tight, and I had to do that off camera. So let's get this thing up on the rotisserie and take a look at the whole thing. So as you remember, we started out with a stock Hot Wheels 32 Ford, and we chopped the engine out of there, put in the Bluemeanietsicustoms.com engine components in there with the new headers, supercharger, scoop, did a wheel swap. I believe those wheels are green light wheel and tire setups. Did a new paint job, did some detailing on that. It was a fun project. It tested some of my patience, but all in all, I enjoyed it. So if you like this episode of 164 Revival, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.